Hi all, welcome to our van build series. In this series, I'll take you on a journey turning this into this. I'm Chris, and this is our van. Hi everyone, and welcome to another video in this van build series. In this video, I'll talk through the construction of the kitchen benchtop, extension table and Lagun table. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Also, please give a thumbs up if you like my videos. And please add a comment, I'd love to hear your thoughts.
I made this pull-out side table. Doesn't hold that much weight, but it's just for us so we can put some cups, tea and biscuits and stuff. So when we pull up somewhere we don't want to get the main table out of the back, we just put this in here. And then we have this extension table for the benchtop. It's got another little loop holder there. Just some stay brackets. Put some a piece of foam in here just to stop it from rattling when it's closed. So it's just these stays. I've got two of them on the side. The Lagun table, I'll just keep that behind the driver's seat here. Get foam in there just to hold it in place so it doesn't rattle and rub against anything. So table, because I've with the table, I have it off-centered. Gives you more options for how it rotates. So I can push over here when it's not being used. I can even have it right up in there, or I can even have it, or I can even just have it over here and be another bit of an extension for the kitchen area. Lots of uses. The table is also height adjustable, but we just tend to keep it the same height. One thing I've seen online with other people is they say that this is plastic. So over time I'd say that will wear down a bit, and having a lot of weight on it, we find it's okay ourselves. I have heard other people complain about this. As you can see, it's more than adequate size wise for two people to have dinner. So you don't want it too wide, it doesn't need to be any wider than that, and you don't want it too big because then it starts putting too much weight on the mount. So with the kitchen benchtop and the table, I used tongue and groove. I used pocket holes to join together. I found online that they recommend not to do this kind of joinery using pocket holes, and I have to agree with them, because what happens is, while the joints themselves are super strong, timber tends to want to expand and contract with temperature change and humidity change. So what's actually happening with the timber, it's actually pulling itself apart. So there's like cracks here and a crack over here and a crack down here, and that's because it's not really being allowed to expand. What I should have done is what I normally do when I'm making up boards like this, is use dowels. Yes, it'll crack along the join eventually, but the dowels and it will hold itself. Whereas what's happening now is the timber itself is trying to pull itself apart. With the side table, I made it the same way. It's got the pocket holes joined together as well. It's come up okay. I haven't seen any cracks on this one yet. But with the Benchtop, got a crack. Where is it? A crack here, and there's another one over here. So it hasn't cracked along the join. It's actually, except this one. I think this one has. But the other one definitely hasn't. It's cracked along a fault in the timber itself. So yeah, if I was doing this again, I'd probably use dowels to join the boards together, which I haven't had a problem with in the past. So yep, take people's recommendations. Don't use pocket holes when you're doing butt joints like this. With the cooktop, I just recess that in, and it sits inside, and I'll just seal the edges of it with some elastics so no dirt and grit, water doesn't get in there. So that's it.
Hope you enjoyed that. If you liked it, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Any questions, leave in the comments section and I'll get back to you. Also, please subscribe if you haven't already. You should also check out our previous videos. In the next video, I will talk a bit about the induction cooktop and microwave. Bye for now.